So I'm at the car wash and we're going to show you how to wash an engine. And there's a lot of ways to do this, a lot of opinions. I'm going to share with you mine. And Spanky here's going to demonstrate.
Brian doesn't feel pretty today, so I'm going to be pretty.
Dude, I am dead sexy every day. I'm just cranky. So anyway, so when you go to spray the engine, I like to start off and just go around on the outside perimeter. Most anything around there you can pressure wash and be okay with. The things that you want to watch out for is any labels, like the battery label on top, that will blow off. If you want to keep the battery label, don't hit the battery label. I like to hit the tops of all these little tanks and everything. And check all the caps of the car, make sure that they're all clean. But the reason I hit this area so well initially is not only because it makes it look beautiful, as it does, it's good for resale and whatnot, but as a mechanic I'm always leaning in here. Now this one, the whole reason we're here is this stupid little hose here for the power steering. See, that's the problem. I'm going to say a lot of, I'm not going to swear though, I'm not swearing anymore today, but these hoses and things have been leaking, so all in there. So I'll take the wand and just nail the snot out of that, and I'll hit that early on, and that way I still have some time on the ticker. It's counting down like some kind of 24 Keith or Sutherland bomb. I'll just hit all the way down in there, since that way it's not going to get on me later. Alternators, everybody's like, don't spray the alternator. You can spray the alternator, and see like the line on the bottom of the valve cover? Like, I'd be happy to spray that. Maybe turn that thing sideways and just go that, yeah, there we go. I'm wearing it now. Thanks a lot, Spanks. What did I ever do to you? So anyway, doesn't that look better? You do not want to spray underneath of these real hard. But what's funny is this is all full of water. It's getting all pooled. So I can just go whoop, and it just blasts the water out with the pressure. I'd go over it this way. I'd hit it maybe a little bit. You notice that I just hit the distributor. That's another no-no, because they're all ignition components. They'll make the vehicle run poorly, especially if it's a Ford Ranger. I won't even go near those if it's got a distributor. You know, like the ones at the back, like that 2.9 liter, those are notorious for being stranded at the car wash because you get water, and it's not going to do any permanent damage. Much anything that you do with water gets splashed up from the highway anyway. But you just want to not get stranded at the car wash. So that's why you don't hit those, or if you got emissions tests coming up or something. But the back of the intake manifold, all that, you want to hold back about yay far, about I'd say 8 or 10 inches, so that you're not going to damage any weak or brittle hoses. But go ahead and clean that stuff. I'm so proud of myself. I haven't sworn at all during the whole video.
Good job.
It's the day after Halloween. I'm all sugar bonked, and so I'm a little bit moody because I'm all wiped out. We went and had a big lunch, and now I'm fat and happy and just ready to take a nap. So go ahead and hit across the front of this where we like to lean. Maybe hit the fenders. We've already done the repairs on this because it was just toast. We had a water pump that failed, so we had to do a water pump on it. Put in some belts and whatnot. But isn't that beautiful? It looks so much better. Skip back. You know that little scroll bar at the bottom right down here? Go ahead and scroll back and look at what the motor used to look like and look at what it looks like now. It's just gorgeous. And so we'll go ahead and start it up for you, or for us, because we're going to drive it home. It's stick shift, so I got to push the clutch in. And it had a lot of vibration and noise to begin with. So don't be thinking that that vibration is from the car wash. I should have shown it before. Now as far as the bottom of the hood, this thing's just like covered in oil and yuck. Your belts are going to squeak, especially when I spent all that, sprayed all that power steering fluid off, and it's getting down onto the belt now a little bit too. But that will subside. The squeaking won't last forever. Got a rhythm. It's kind of fun. So anyway, I was going to tell you about this. Do not spray this unless you plan on throwing it away. Once you saturate this, all the glues and things that make this rigid will no longer be there, and it'll just be a floppy mess on top of the motor. So this one should be thrown away because it's full of oil anyway. Now what is the purpose of this thing anyway? Well, it's a sound dampening device, and it's also a dampener or insulator as far as temperature goes. When the snow and the frost and everything are on this car and you warm the car up, you'll see that there'll be a shape like this on this side of the hood that, you know, that'll go first, and when the frost starts, it'll be here first. But anyway, it's like a little blanket for your hood. It's not super critical, but anyway. There's going to be a lot of comments that are going to be colorful and opinionated at the bottom. You power washed an engine? What? But that's okay. You get over it. Everybody's got an opinion. Just, you know, it's like private parts. You just don't want to whip them out in certain places. And your opinion might not be as good as somebody else's, and it just may really make you look bad. That's all I'm saying. But there's how to car wash an engine. And if you do get some missing, I'm getting some missing now from this one. We're going to go back to the shop and take some compressed air. I'm going to pull each of these and blow them out. I'm going to blow on the distributor. This is an optical distributor because it's a Nissan Altima, which is like a Japanese Ford Taurus. But anyway, we'll blast the water out of it, and it'll run a little bit rough until we get there, but it's not going to end the world. It's not going to kill anything long term. And it's a whole lot cleaner. This engine is just so much nicer a place to work than it used to be. Do you have anything you want to add?
Should have done this first.
Yes, we should have, but we didn't have a functioning water pump or alternator. I didn't want to blow the head. I was worried it might have been blown already or just hanging by a thread. The customer complaint for this car, of all things, you know, it's got a water pump pulley that's like seized up and tore the belt. You know what their complaint was? My power steering doesn't work. You think you can take a look at that? You betcha. So of course I want to see why the belt's missing and the water pump seized up like a rock. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to click subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, let's just go all out. If you have anything ignorant or cuss word, because there's going to be a lot in there anyway, just throw them in the comments. It'll be fun. We're back at the shop. We've opened the hood, and this gasping nasty oil and power steering smell, because this was black. You could not see behind the wire where the wire blocked the water. It's still covered in black. Oh, it's disgusting. So anyway, pull this up and you can see there's a little water around there. I hope these spark plug wires survive. You can see there's a little dampness at the bottom. We sprayed them on just a little bit too long. It was worth it. There's so much crud in this. It looked horrible. Anyway, I just hope these survive. Nissan Altima. That's all I have to say. No, ow, fun stuff. Look at that. I didn't swear. Just a little water vapor, and a puddle. I hit this one because there was so much crud and pooling here, so I hit it like just blow. If you don't have an air compressor, you probably should not get water down the spark plug holes because it can be very difficult to get it out. Oh, that's fun. A little Elfish tune for you. Elvis, thank you very much. What a success, with the exception of this one spark plug wire. There was not even a nipple on that little thing. Oh, there it is. Here's that plug wire, or the end of it that goes inside of here. Now these are really hard to get in this way. You can do it, but it's best if you can just string the whole thing back. Now this doesn't want to slide, so what you do, we'll just add this into the video. You want to take some spray silicone. It's not gasket maker, it's lubricant. Spray the spark plug wire, slide this up, and see how easy it wants to slide. Get silicone all over the rest of it. Put your little end here. Now this is the part that is the silicone core or whatever that you want to get onto. So you take this, straighten it back out again. Look how crooked that is. That is not factory. Somebody sabotaged me on this. They've been in there, they've done that before. So anyway, let's throw this back on there and crimp that down. You just need to make sure that that makes real good contact with it in some fashion against the back sidewall or whatever. Somewhere that's going to receive a little pressure. Sounds like you're at the doctor's office. This isn't going to hurt, but you're going to feel a little pressure. By that it means excruciating pain. Just so you know. So you get that on there and then squish it down. I squish it an angle, and that helps to get it to roll down into it, and then I'll squeeze it at another 45-degree angle. I don't just squeeze it sideways, and maybe that's why I have such success with this method. And then another thing that I like to do, which is probably a dumb idea, but I just do it anyway, so take a little electrical tape and just say, insulate, dang it. This should be down in the wire, it shouldn't matter, and it should make it a little harder to get this into the boot too, but that's how I roll. It's because I'm a control freak sometimes about the way things turn out. I only want to do it once. Okay, so this has a little slot for the wire, so it's got to go this direction. You stick that in there, get it to kind of click in, lock in, slide this down to a certain point, and then you want to put it on the spark plug itself. These have lifetime warranty. I could just call in and get new ones right away. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Makes a good video. So I clicked on, so now I know that I'm done and that I've pulled enough and squished enough down like that. When it's watertight, good as new, right as rain. That's appropriate saying. And then we just washed this and filled them full of water. Anyway, there you go. That's how you wash your car at the car wash. Now you want to see an amazing configuration of hair. You want to see something that's just awesome. Look at that guy. With the Torrent laugh. Awesome.
Thanks for watching. Click subscribe.